Tim.
Yes.
What's your topic?
So usually I like to talk about really stupid things.
Yep.
Today, it's a little
nothing special.
It's not
no different.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a little less stupid.
Okay.
Physical media or digital media?
Oh, that's not stupid at all.
We're getting to this point where now everything is digital. You can get day one digital. You can get all this stuff.
Yeah.
But you can also buy stuff in stores. But more and more, you can't buy it in stores.
You and I are literally on the other side of the table from each other on this point.
Yes.
I know that. And it's just so weird because the generational gap should be the flip side, right? Mm-hmm. You love Blu-rays.
I love them.
You collect them. You go out and buy them. You actually watch the special features on the Blu-rays, the commentaries, all these things. You love it. I don't want it in my house. I don't want it cluttering up my shelf. I don't even have shelves. I want to be able to stream it wherever I am, whenever I am, with just one device, and that's why I'm totally.
I said whenever you are.
Whenever
I am.
Yes, 24. No, but I used to think that way. Like, especially when you produced it, like digital media, you do have, and I still love film, and I still love all those analog formats. But I came to the conclusion a long time ago that it's one of those things that you just. Similar to like Colin's Kickstarter conversation earlier, it's like the more you see where it's going to go, you just realize that it's going to be a part of our sort of collective mindset from here on out. And digital is the way. Like digital distribution, for instance, especially, never going to go away. Is going to be the main distribution path. Might as well just accept it and move on. You don't have to like it, but just accept it and move on, right?
Yeah. See, for me, it's interesting because I like the collecting of it, of the physical stuff. Whether it's CDs or movies or games or whatever. But in addition to that, I actually do like archiving digital versions of all the things too. I just like knowing that I have the highest quality.
Right.
Like what we disagree on is the whole streaming thing.
Yeah.
I don't like streaming. I don't
Because of the
like
quality.
this at all. Because of the quality.
Because it's really bad quality.
Yeah.
Which is so funny too, because I had never really exposed myself to Blu-rays before until I came over to Alfredo's new place to see it. And he was like, "You want to watch Blu-ray?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he put on Predator, and I'd never seen Predator on Blu-ray, and I was like, and I've seen Predator hundreds of times at this point. In bite-sized pieces. It's been on. I watch it a little bit here and there, and I watch it at least once a year, just as a matter of rule. It was amazing. I was like, "Whoa, this quality is insanely good." I am used to it looking way more degraded than this. It opened my mind up, yet still. No Blu-ray player.
See, what's interesting for me is I buy the Blu-rays, but then I like to rip the Blu-rays myself. I like to buy the CDs, rip the CDs myself, just knowing that my digital copy is the best it can possibly be.
Right.
Like it is.
But doesn't that take up so much
lossless-
hard drive space? Like,
yeah, but hard drives are cheap as shit nowadays.
yeah, but how do you carry that around with you? And that's my biggest thing, right? Is like,
What?
I know. I just long for a day when like Netflix, when I can subscribe to like 3 or 4 different services, and I'm willing to pay the money for it because I'm at that point in my life.
Cheers to being loaded.
Right. Bazillion.
I can afford Netflix.
I can. Well,
$7.99
no, but, when I was in college or high school, I used to steal stuff. Like I did. Well, actually, not high school because that was before the internet was.
He stole
sadly
stone
big.
tablets.
But in college, I used to download all my music illegally, and I download all my programs legally.
See, that's my thing. I steal everything, but then I buy everything.
Yeah, which is so
sometimes
weird.
at the same
It's so
time.
weird.
Like I'll buy a CD from Amazon and I'll download it illegally because I know it's on the way, but I still want it. But I want to be able to make my own copy.
That's
of
so
it.
crazy to me. But I forget what my point was with that. I don't remember where I was going with that.
I'll pick it up. Digital only for Greg Miller. That's the thing. A long time, like I used to. Colin and I always talk about that. When DVDs came out, we were on the same page, even though we didn't know each other. We need to have these DVDs. We love these DVDs.
I bought so many DVDs.
What was your first DVD? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, Ghostbusters.
Was it Ghostbusters?
Yeah, you never heard the story?
Mine was The Matrix, I think.
First DVD?
Yeah, ever bought.
I think Rugrats the movie.
Jesus fucking.
Mine was The Replacement Killer, starring Chow Yun-Fat and Mira Sorvino.
Wow.
Yeah,
How weird is that?
No, we all had that same run of DVDs. You had the Kevin Smith ones. You had Road Trip. You had Varsity Blues. There's all these goofy ass movies
The
that
Jerry
we love.
Seinfeld stand-up I had too.
Yeah, there you go.
What is the
saying this for the
deal
last
with this thing?
And so
It's my Seinfeld.
I had all these things, and then I realized I never watched them. That I had these on my shelf, just taking up space. And then you move to San Francisco, where you have no space. And I immediately started getting. I sold a whole bunch of graphic novels when I moved here. I sold a bunch of DVDs, and even now there's some DVDs out there that I still have on the shelf that I don't ever plan on watching, but I can't bring myself yet to get rid of them, like Superman and Justice League and stuff like that.
Get rid of them.
I know, but like the thing is, I don't bring anything new in. I haven't bought a DVD or a Blu-ray in forever.
Give them to someone.
Roadhouse, last Blu-ray I bought. And I
Roadhouse,
still haven't watched it.
starring
Just love
Patrick
it.
Swayze?
Yeah.
It's great.
Love
film.
that movie. There's a Missouri
have
shirt
it.
in it. Terry Funk's in it. It's got everything you need.
Gotta
and
have
boobs.
that in high quality.
I do have a bad problem of buying them and not watching them.
Yeah, see,
Like-
I literally used to have, and this was the point my wife when you get married, they start pointing things out like this, and you're like, damn it, how come I never noticed that before? She was like, are you aware that you have not one, not two, but approximately 10 DVDs on your shelf that are still in the cellophane? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, I keep them there until I'm going to watch them. And she's like, you're never going to watch those. And even the ones that I do buy, I don't actually like going back and watching something I own again. I like catching it randomly out in nature. We talked about this before.
Catching it randomly in nature.
But or it's natural habitat, which is either like, oh, it's on
TBS.
Netflix now, check it out, or it's on Fox or FX and it's like sped up and cut out parts of it. But if something about owning something like as amazing as a film, I don't want to own it. I just want it to kind of come to me when the world wants it to come to me, so to speak.
That's so unique.
It's really weird.
It's very interesting. All right. So first of all, the Seinfeld stand-up that I'm going to tell you for the last time. Funniest quote, Nick Greg, you might agree, you might disagree, is in the beginning. He's like, the Tide commercial. If you have blood on your laundry, or you have blood on your shirt, laundry might not be your biggest problem right now. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
But
I forget, is it that one or is his like comeback one, which is the one Christine and I always make fun of? He's driving down the road with a couch on top of his car, but he's got his arm over it. And he's got, don't worry, everybody, I've got it. I'm using my arm.
But I think Tim's the exception to the rule because he cares about the quality, right? To me, I feel like usually having shelves lined with DVDs or books or whatever is a vanity thing. And I think we have to like slowly get over that or whatever. I feel the same way. I have a fucking shit ton of books, like a metric shit ton of books, and like most of them like
is that a scientific?
Most of them are not even here. Like I go to my mom's house and they're just like everywhere. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I have so many books. Why do I have so many books?
Right.
You know. And then a few years ago, I started using my Kindle, the Kindle app on my iPad, and I buy books all the time. I still read just as much, if not more. It's cheaper and it's more accessible. I wanted to read a book about World War I after playing Valiant Hearts, so I just went online. I looked up some more World War I books. I'm reading a book about the Road to 1914, 700 pages. Paid like $8 for it. It's brand new. Downloads to my iPad instantaneously. I'm reading it. It's all backlit. I don't have the light on. It's fucking perfect. It's the same
awesome
thing. I have like
same experience. I actually love reading on my phone now because there's a Kindle app for your phone, which of course has been around forever. But since I discover things at a snail pace, just discovered, and I've been reading nonstop, books upon books upon books, comic books. Tim introduced me. He's like, dude, get on Comixology. Like, you can download all these amazing things that have sales. And now I'm constantly reading, which is so much better than what I used to be doing, which is just randomly surfing around shit on the internet and not really ever discovering anything really of validity.
It's perfect, right? Like we don't have all this clutter anymore. And then I'm having the same problem now that I had with my DVD collection. My DVD collection was great from 1999 to 2003. I had everything, right? And then I just stopped. And so I had like this DVD collection in stasis, caught in fucking time. That
Till
was like
when? To what year?
To like 2003.
Okay.
Because I went to college.
So
you
got like She's All That, and then you stopped.
I don't know if I had She's All That. I think probably the last one I bought was like Signs or something like that.
I own Signs.
And
Signs a great movie.
Why would you buy that movie?
I love
Signs.
Signs.
I have Signs on Blu-ray.
Vominos children.
I love Signs in The Village. Those are my favorite.
Village was actually really good, and someone spoiled the ending of that for me before I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my god,
sucks.
son of a bitch!"
I never saw it. Some people were like, "It's obvious,"
because it would have been a cool movie.
But
Otherwise,
so I'm having the same problem now with my video game collection because I have like my GameCube, my PS2, my Xbox collection, and then I have like a fucking ridiculous amount of PS3 games, right? Like on my shelf. Mm-hmm. And then just a few PS4 games. I know slowly I got to get rid of these games because I'm not going to have that many physical PS4 games anymore. I have a bunch of digital PS4 games. In fact, I was thinking about it. I have like a majority of the PS4 games, which is like insane. There's not that many of them, but I have
that's your job,
right? But I'm just saying it's so weird. Like you're keeping up that well.
Why
they can't last forever.
Take those and donate them to IGN or something like that.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should. I mean,
and have double.
We've talked about that before. Bringing in our PS3 collection.
Just mark them as. I mean, this is what I would do. Mark them as yours. Like put a sticker on it that just says Greg or whatever. Just mark all of them and then give them to IGN, and that way you know that if you want to get them back, you can go.
Nice.
We'll never get them
back. The plan Colin and I have kicked around on Beyond before is that we bring in our entire PS3 collection and every episode give away one game to a listener.
That's awesome.
Well, we haven't done it.
We'll
we talk a big game about it.
God forbid when I was like, hey, guys, can you bring in cool stuff to put in the podcast room and dress it? You were like, yeah. And you brought in like a picture of yourself drawn with cucumber.
With potatoes.
Which is amazing. Whoever did that is amazing. But yeah,
bring them in. Do you want me to bring in my fucking video games and put them in the background?
Put them on the walls.
They look awesome right now. The room looks awesome.
Yeah, we did a good job.
Make this room look not like shit.
Put them
How
on the
about
walls
that?
here.
We could do that. So that's all I'm saying. I feel like it's more of a vanity thing for me. Like eventually I just want to have clean, futuristic look to everything. None of this clutter anymore. It's the same thing with my book. Like all the books, I have a huge bookshelf in my room of all the books I bought since I've been in here.
I know.
So it's like 2007 to 2011. And again, this is just caught in time.
Here's what I will do for you. I will loan you my wife. You can pretend like you're marrying her.
Yeah.
You can pretend like you're moving out of this
going?
place, and she will do this. She will sit on your bed and just shake her head at the things that she thinks you should let go.
She would
all you have
hate
to do,
my room.
All you have to do is hold something up, and she'll go, and you put it in a bag, and then you take it to Goodwill. I took no
I gave
lie.
my DVDs away.
When I moved in with my wife, I took like 4 bags of DVDs, 7 bags of books, and like all my clothes to the Goodwill. Actually, it was the out of the closet on California Street.
Yeah.
Just packed them in my car, took them over there, moved into with my house, and I was like, I have
Kills me.
nothing, and it is liberating. And you've seen my place. You've been over to my place.
Yeah.
Danielle really subscribes to the notion. She's like, if it's something that we don't keep in the house unless we absolutely need it or absolutely find it beautiful. Like, that is her methodology.
And
If
you're like, I find this copy of The Village beautiful.
but I don't need it, right? Because then
I
I
love
can go
this
online.
2 DVD set of Dogma.
Oh man, like the hardest one was I think I had the Criterion edition of like Armageddon, and it was like in a black
God.
box with like 2 DVDs, and I never even touched the second DVD. But
See, I have a problem
So
where I
good.
love how that shit looks on a shelf, and that might just be the young Tim in me. But
no,
like,
see, but I'm with you
it
too.
looks so good, and like
It does look good.
I'm the type of person that I don't just want to buy the Blu-ray. I want to make sure I'm buying the best version of the Blu-ray in the nicest looking box that looks best next to all my other
Well,
boxes.
in that regard, I
love steelbooks. Steelbooks are
oh,
beautiful.
Yeah. Those are you have all this.
My Fast and Furious steelbook collection on my desk is awesome.
It's pretty amazing. But I mean, I'm with you though on the whole. Like, I like the look of things, and I'm also super drawn to like covers, right? Because the movie cover is so like you instantly recognize it, and it's instantly like it's something you respond to. And I've always wanted a room in my house that's like the guy room that has like the original Drew Struzan covers for Raiders of the Lost Ark or Big Trouble in Little China, and just like see, you know. I just like I love that. Like, if that were the cover of something, I would definitely want to keep it in my house. But it just gets to a point where you're like,
that's beautiful.
It is gorgeous, especially the one on the top right. Colin, you look amazing.
Thanks.
You look a little like a football player or a hockey
I always
player. But you look at it at the same time, and I'm like, why am I keeping all these things? It's one more thing for me to dust, and I'm never going to watch these DVDs. I'm never going to get around to watching that DVD again. It's just not going to happen. Like Replacement Colors, I'm never going to watch that movie again.
See, the worst thing for me, and this is a true thing that I'm like, fuck, why'd I even start this, is Disney movies. Because it's like...
Because then you got to buy the
They're
crappy
coming out.
Disney
It's only
movies.
out of the vault for a limited
So
time.
they have
Oh, I
this
know.
game on lock with the whole vault thing.
They're smart.
Oh, the struggle's real. Like, that's the thing that they've been doing since the VHS days, but now they do it again and again and again. And with the Blu-rays, it's like, if you don't get those things when they first come out, like, and those things never drop price. Disney Blu-rays will always be $30. Like, that's just what they are. Unless you miss the vault time, and then they're $90. So, like,
$90?
yeah.
Why?
You have to buy them on eBay. You have to buy them from like other people
Limited
that bought
edition,
them.
bruh.
So like,
And they
I
never
can't go
come
get
back.
Pocahontas
Colin,
right now.
let's start flipping these
Pocahontas
Blu-rays.
right now is good because it's not it's out of the vault. But it's gonna be
Okay.
hard for you to find it because that was from like last year's run. You got to stay on top of this shit, and it sucks because I'd spent way too much time doing this. And I go to the store with my friends. I buy the shit, and I've only missing like I think 3 total. I'm missing Pinocchio, Fantasia. Those are the only ones I can think of.
You don't
But,
have
like,
Fantasia? Fantasia's awesome.
Lady and the
but-
Tramp,
I got that. I literally have everything.
Little
else.
Mermaid.
Those are like $90 each. if
What
I
about the
was
one
trying to buy
Steamboat
it.
Willie? Do you have that? Is that
No,
on
it's
somewhere?
not on Blu-ray, but
Animaniacs.
it's crazy. They're almost at the point now where every Disney movie, every Disney classic, the one.
Do you even go like? Do you
count
get the
are
ones that are like
out.
Chippendales Rescue Ranger the movie or something like that?
the Rescuers?
Oh yeah, whatever that was. No,
yeah,
not
The
the Rescuers,
Rescuers
but
is
like
awesome.
when they do the random spinoffs
So
of the
here's the
Disney
thing.
TV shows. Do you buy those too?
Aladdin 3, Jafar needs glasses.
Yeah, you
Aladdin
have
3
that.
King of Thieves, which is awesome, and Aladdin's not on Blu-ray yet.
I've never actually
which
seen the
is
Rescuers,
bullshit.
so we should watch it together.
Rescuers
by the way.
is
I've never seen
amazing. It's so good. But there was a set of the classics that they call I'm blanking on the names right now, but I think it's just Walt Disney classics. And there's like 52 of them. Frozen was the newest one. So I buy those. I don't buy. Like,
So does that mean it's a
planes.
movie that they're actually like this is a Disney movie
There's a designated set
Okay.
of Disney movies
done by
do
Walt
buy-
Disney Studios proper? Probably.
Yes,
Got
yes.
it.
I do buy some of the sequels if they were good, like Lion King 2. which
There's
awesome.
a Lion King 2?
There's Lion King 2 and the Lion King 1.5.
Does Broderick do the voice for those? Matthew Broderick?
Hell no.
No, I think he does.
Does he really?
Yeah, and for Aladdin, Robin Williams did not do the voice of Genie in the second one, but then he came back for the third.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That was
He
really
didn't.
strange.
The reason
hard
he
times.
didn't do the third or the second was because he said that he would only do the first movie if they didn't give his character top billing on the poster. I don't know if you guys remember the poster cover of Aladdin, but he's like
He's the biggest thing on
entire
it, yeah.
top part of the thing.
Yeah, he's the
He was
biggest
like,
name
what
in
the
it.
fuck, guys? So he was pissed. But then he was like, well, Aladdin's a big deal. And then there was the Aladdin cartoon that was going alongside the Hercules cartoon, and there was an episode where there's a crossover, and that was
Hercules is awesome.
Did Steve from Full House do the voice of the main character in Aladdin 2? Because he did the voice of Aladdin in the first.
He did?
Well, it was the same Aladdin. I'm pretty sure Aladdin stayed throughout 1, 2, and 3 and the cartoon.
He probably wasn't getting that much work.
Drinking all your water.
No,
Sorry.
I noticed. Don't worry. All right.
Yeah.
You right there?
Yeah, scratching my back. That's the Game Over Greggy Show,
Wow.
everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, if you like the show, you can pick it up as an uncut, unedited most of the time MP3 at GameOverGreggy.bandcamp.com for $1 each and every Friday. If you don't think we're worth the dollar, we don't think we are either. You can wait until the next week when every topic is broken out one by one over on YouTube.com/GameOverGreggy. Then you go buy t-shirts at DistrictLines.com/GameOverGreggy, like this new Team Fat one.
Boom.
It's awesome.
Boom.
I like it a lot. I've been looking at myself in the mirror a lot. I like it a lot.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
I did a good job.
It's a window.
You did a great job.
Thanks.
Is that what it is? It's kind of
This mirror over
it's
here
kind of
that's
a mirror.
transparent.
I can see myself as clear as day in it. That's not.
Hey, that mirror.
At what point does the window become a mirror?
When it's 100%
That's too philosophical for me.
reflective, rather.
I think that's the opacity over there.
The opacity on that is probably at a 10% right there. That's a window. And it's only because of the screen behind it that you can't really see through it.
I can see
Also,
pretty
because
much
your
perfectly.
screen really needs to be cleaned. You see all the dust on it?
Yeah, you can see how Mike left it open all the time, and that's what happened.
What an asshole. What a jerk.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week. Until then, it's been our pleasure to serve you.